before heading back out on the road. Well, they come into every game different. Two elite teams put each other to the test, certainly, every time they meet. A lot on the line in this one, though.
And they can put them in the season series by winning tonight. They've won the first one, 2 to go after this, so they'd be assured of at least a split.
You know, Greg, if they win the first 2 games of the series, they're not looking for a split. I mean, at that point, they're thinking about a sweep. They can take the next step toward that tonight.
And the Clippers starting 5. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Luke Mbamute out there with Jordan. And it's Pierce in at the small forward. Here's DeRozan. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it, fresh from a win against Portland.
And, guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them, wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
Now, here's Lowry. Turned in an outstanding game against Brooklyn. Redick against Lowry. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon. He had that amazing run. Has nothing left to prove in the NBA. And I would say, of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you know, you forget he's done that really over the course of his entire career. Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey. But you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career. And also, for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game. If you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork.
Now, here's Lowry. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Valanciunas, good.
You know, it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
It always seems to settle you down when you have some early success in the post.
Well, the competitive nature was on display early in the career of Pierce. I mean, he has willed his teams to win his entire career and is baffled by anybody who doesn't want to win as bad as he does.
Here's DeRozan following the basket by Chris Paul. Scola, a screen on Redick. Lowry has the open look. Off the iron that time. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Pierce dishes to Paul. Six on the shot clock. Fires the 3. No good. Nice D from DeRozan.
And that competitive nature that you talked about with Pierce, that's really what sets him apart. He had so many great clutch moments in the postseason. Easily one of the most clutch players in recent memory. And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now, here's Lowry following the shot by Chris Paul. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Offensive rebound. Valanciunas, good.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Luis Stoll. Ross, he's checked in for James Johnson. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Toronto trailing.
And for Valanciunas last year, his offense to the year before, but he cut down on his turnovers percentage to a career-high 57%. And that, my friends, is improved efficiency.
The Clippers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Ross against Stevenson. Shoots from the line. Offensive rebound. Here's Aldridge. Second chance shot and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Patrick Patterson.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And the second free throw, good. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Joseph with the ball, picked up by Rivers. In the corner, it's Patterson. And the Raptors tack on 2 more. 11 seconds left to play here in the first. Stevenson right side. And the bank shot is good. Stevenson's got his first bucket of the night. DeRozan, no good. And Clippers head coach Doc Rivers told us earlier he wants to embrace criticism and embrace lofty expectations.
Expectations are good.
Doc Rivers is really a master motivator, isn't he? I mean,
Yeah,
it's almost jiu-jitsu, the way he takes something like criticism and Clark turns it into a compliment.
How could you not want to play for Doc? I mean, he's the ultimate players coach and the kind of guy his players would do anything for. He's played the game, and he's a tremendous communicator.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
They've been a well-oiled machine offensively thus far.
They've kept the ball moving, Greg, and their opponents chasing after them. That's how they've piled up all the points.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Crawford out there with Luke and Mbah-a-Moute. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Rivers in at the 2. And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That is his first foul of the game. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Clippers. Screen by Scola. Lowry against Paul. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Johnson launches a 3. Here's Valanciunas. Rebound by the Clippers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
And, you know, Greg, that not only robbed them of some key minutes, but I think it really affected their rhythm and flow in the game. I mean, they'll try to play it more disciplined and safer tonight.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
How about the energy level defensively in that game? I mean, they've made finding an open shot a very difficult task for their opponents.
And it wasn't just in the half court. I mean, I thought they were excellent in transition defense as well. They didn't give up any easy baskets because they always had good floor balance and got back after the miss.
What about Kyle Lowry on offense? The last 2 seasons, he's been absolutely dominant, Clark.
Yeah, he's developed enough as a point guard now to where he really knows how to direct and lead his team. He's not just a catalyst anymore. He's a leader, and that's the big difference I see with him. And his shot has become more refined.
Now, here is Lowry following the shot by Chris Paul. It's Scola with the drive, and he gets it to go. Clippers with the ball. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Lowry against Paul from the stripe. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And Lowry gets double-teamed. Scola passes to Johnson. And Joseph kicks to Johnson. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Pierce. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Lowry. Scola with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Lowry against Pierce. Now here's Valanciunas. Guarded closely. They get it back.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Pierce for three. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Now, I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
And here is Joseph following the three-pointer by Paul Pierce. And Joseph kicks to Valanciunas, and it's blocked by Jordan. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. A new group in now for the Raptors. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. Terrence Ross is checked in for Johnson. And it's DeRozan in for Kyle Lowry. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Johnson comes in for Mbamute. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Pierce. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Paul. Now here's Johnson. 23 seconds left in the first half of basketball. From 17 feet out, DeRozan with the rebound.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Now Joseph. He had 10 points in the win against Brooklyn. And DeRozan, here we go, uses the glass to finish the layup. DeRozan's got his second basket of the night.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Doc, as we get into this...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Johnson is out there with Scola, and it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
And for Kyle Lowry, last season was full of milestones. First, he signs the big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, he didn't finish as strong with the postseason, but a terrific year.
That's good. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. And on the topic of Lowry, he became only the third Toronto Raptor ever, Clark, to be voted into the All-Star game.
Yeah, you know, Bosh and Vinsanity, the other two, Lowry also participated in the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge. Man, he's been outstanding as a point guard.
And a tenacious leader for the Raptors. Yeah. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rivers comes in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Paul. 10 points for him. To end the run. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Lowry against Paul. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Raptors have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season. And rightfully so.
Valanciunas dishes to Johnson. Three-pointer, Lowry. That's good. Lowry's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Raptors.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And again, no good by the Clippers.
And, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Los Angeles calls timeout. As you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the third best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. Ross is checked in for James Johnson. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Joseph, the pass to DeRozan. And power down, the jam.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Johnson goes in, and there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in. Now here's Johnson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that. You know, their field goal percentage is creeping up toward that 50% mark, which is a nice change from the first half.
And with their offense clicking and the score in their favor, they've got all the momentum right now.
Toronto with the ball. They're on a 17-4 run. And Joseph kicks to Ross. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Stevenson dishes to Rivers. To the paint. Here's Aldridge. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I love the low post attack on that one.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. No good on that last second attempt there. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Clippers trail by 7, and on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Johnson, and it's Stevenson in at the 3 slot. Now here's Paul. Clock at 6, top of the key, off the left rim and out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Ross on the wing. Lets it go with the 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists tonight.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And he gets it to go. And now it's a 12-point Toronto lead.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here.